let them tools talk. 200 to Izzy, get my ice here. Plastic, y'all as real as Buzz Lightyear. Say, got that done with the price for this. We got. Down to that. They don't take none of the artists, so I'm. Problem is, you see me get it. 8212, was bracket. I might be in that Escalade, but I ain't lacking. Put that on you, act like I don't know what happened. I heard the story, be like, that was trash. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new Hulk. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk.
I'm still under 21, so I can't. But them do my name and they can't wait. Crib came with a court and some.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. Just off Beale Street in downtown Memphis. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Sacramento Kings. And Sacramento begins the game with the basketball. De'Aaron Fox. Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Fox into the front court. Down 2 to Hield. Here comes the screen. Buddy Hield. Nice pass to get things going.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Valanciunas. And the finish. Slam dunk.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
It's Sacramento ball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. And the slam.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Bagley. Here comes the screen. Buddy Hield to Leonard. And he finishes at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Valanciunas. Here comes the screen. To Kyle Anderson. Jonas Valanciunas. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Down to 5 on the 24 to Leonard. Trying to cash in. Almost, but no good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
The pass stolen by Sacramento. Leonard to Fox. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one goes down. And gets both to...
Hey, it's our game. Let's take it home now. Let's go.
Substitutions, Sacramento. Substitutions, Memphis.
De'Aaron Fox to Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Anderson rocking the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Kings have the basketball. De'Aaron Fox to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox slams it down. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
The Kings will use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Bradley. It's a big finish.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
And he's going to the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Frank Mason, couple of free throws on the way. A career 81% free throw shooter. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair.
Good shot, good shot.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
To Bradley. Off the assist.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Kings with the ball. And counted at the rim.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Hey, match up, match up, match up.
To Kyle Anderson. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Mason with it. Looking to make something happen. To Vucevic. Barnes. Harrison Barnes buries it. They defended it well, but Barnes, too much.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
To Mikal Bridges. Big slam. Oh, he looked like he was on a mission.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
It's the Kings now with the ball. To Vucevic. Nikola Vucevic. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Old school equals high percentage.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Mason with it. Leads one. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
As a defender with inferior athletic ability, there's really not a lot you can do when you're outside the restricted area and you're caught lost in space.
The assist from number 11.
Hey, lock up, lock up. Watch the cutter, man.
Deep three at the buzzer.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And he connects on the first free throw. And he misses the second. That's it for the first half. The Kings are out in front.
The Kings have the lead, but not by much. Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started. Oh, yeah, go to work, man. That's all you. That's all you.
Nothing going here on that drive. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
No. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. Sacramento ball to Bagley. Leonard. Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Leonard. Nice pass to set things up. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. And the Kings able to clear the board. To Fox. And a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Leonard to Hield.
Oh, yeah, easy.
De'Aaron Fox. Tough shot. Well defended. To Valanciunas. Knocked loose. Keeps the ball in bounds. That's what you want to see. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Changes coming from both sides right now. And add one more to his total.
Oh, you've been in the gym, huh?
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
To Harrison Barnes.
Right.
4-3. Not enough touch. Harrison Barnes misses. To Valanciunas. Over to the right side. Fires the 3. Cleans it up. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
It's Sacramento ball. To Alec Burks.
Screen coming.
Probing the defense. Alec Burks. To Barnes. The Kings now with 4 to shoot. Barnes. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Leonard to Alec Burks. And too much contact.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Leonard
For Memphis.
turns and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Kawhi Leonard gets a look. Can't hit.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. Jonas Valanciunas. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field. That's the end of the third quarter. The Grizzlies. The Kings have the basketball as we beat.
Substitutions, Memphis. Into the game for the Kings. Number 3.
Hey, watch the screen left.
And number 13, Alec Burks.
From long range. And the rebound pulled in by the Kings. Here's Leonard for 2. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
The great defenders, the ones that really earn their paycheck, or the ones that refuse to be screened. You stuck to that screen like Velcro.
Here comes the screen. That's no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2.
Let's go. Let's play deep, play deep, play deep.
To Kyle Anderson. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Stuffs it down with authority.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
To Bagley. To Vucevic. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul. Now a whistle, and it's going to be a timeout for Sacramento. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a 3. Couple of cracks at the line now.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Team foul number 2, Memphis Grizzlies are in the penalty.
Nikola Vucevic at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 72%. Nope, first one does not go. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one.
I'm here.
Referees called it. That was intentional.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
And they'll foul their man intentionally. So the clock is stopped with 11 seconds to play.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Now a whistle. It's going to be a timeout for Sacramento. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game.
Visit our team website for more details.
Nikola Vucevic. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3. Now they get the intentional foul. And this one not over yet. 2 huge free throws coming up in a 2-point game.
Some players are built to handle these moments. On one end, you just sparked your team. And at the same time, you also got under your opponent's skin. Just want to manage through the emotions here and not take it too far.
They'll let one fly from half court. Grizzlies get the victory as they win this one by 4. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Grizzlies got the win in a nail-biter. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Grizzlies got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen. The Kings just couldn't close this one out. They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, but even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Sacramento Kings.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
Easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And here we've got the upcoming games for the Memphis Grizzlies. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.